Hey, we're with you again for Trash Talk. It's Brandon and Stuart. we
Hey, hey.
we got here early today to mosey around the trash yard just to see if there was maybe something that we needed, and we got our eyes on a couple of things. But
Yeah, they need to clean it up soon, though. I'm telling you. And I was down at my dumpster. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go down there and check it out. And I ran away. It was too smelly, so I'm out.
yeah, have you found lately that there just isn't as much really good trash as there used to be?
It's not like it's just another victim of 2020.
Yeah, I mean, people used to throw away some pretty good crap, and now most of it's useless.
Yeah, it's literally trash. So
Yeah, I'm looking over my shoulder because I still got my eye on that couch over there.
nice.
That might work. And the wicker one next to it. That
Ooh,
maybe that would look nice out on the patio.
and a nice home furnishing set there.
Yeah. And I did find a nice table the other day. It only had three legs on it, but if you push it up against the wall, and all, it kind of balances itself out okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's a discount.
So, yeah. So what's been on your mind lately?
Oh, geez, what isn't on my mind lately? No, well, was very excited about. Well, you know what? Before we get into it, I've got to look, look what I actually have. I got some.
Oh my God! What
Yeah.
did you have to go to Oklahoma to find it?
Well, funny thing is, I did not find it in Texas myself. My parents came to visit a little while ago, and they brought it from Michigan.
Okay, I was just saying because you didn't find it in Texas, and
Not
probably
in Texas. My dad said they had two bottles. He grabbed one. He knew I was looking for it. He found it. So there you go.
man, they should start a company. Just go online and advertise in Texas. You want Lysol, $40 a can. You know,
I'll just make that. I'm afraid if I say anything on social media about it, I'll get bombarded. So I'm
right.
keeping it on the down low. Except for now, I guess the cat's out of the bag.
And
So
also now that you held up that can, I think I might go over and lock the doors.
I would. I might hit Lysol up and get a sponsorship here. Come on now.
That's,
Anyway, but no. So I just had to tell you. So
yeah, well,
uh,
that's like when I was at the grocery store last week or something, and I sent you a photo of stocked shelves of Dr. Pepper.
I know it was like Christmas Day.
I know. Now I'm not sure. I haven't been back yet, and it could be that it's completely gone now, along with the Lysol.
Oh, the Lysol. Yeah, this is an antique. This is. I'm going to save this for a long time.
That's yeah. That's going to be funny? Years from now, you're going to say, I want you to come over to my memorabilia room, and you're going to have, the 12 packs of toilet paper, and you're going to have Lysol and Dr.
Right.
Pepper and hand sanitizer,
Right.
Purell.
And all with a receipt right next to it too.
Right.
Oh no, no. I was going to tell you. I'm glad you brought up what's been going on. I was going to actually text you about this. So I was on the phone. We all have issues. We got to call customer service, right?
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my cell phone provider. They owe me a credit. It's been a month of an ongoing situation here. So I took time the other day to call, and I don't know what the deal is with this customer service. You spend so much time getting to the automated, part of the customer service where they ask you all your information, your phone number, your name, your account number, like everything. And then you put on hold again, and then they transfer you to somebody who asks you the same thing again, over and again. And by the time you explain your process of this credit that they owe me because they messed up,
Right.
he tells me, I got to transfer you to somebody else. I was on the phone for an hour and 10 minutes, and I still don't have my credit.
And even taking that a step further is each time you speak to someone, they have a different foreign language,
Yes.
and you have to kind of decipher that. You know, I called. Yeah, you called the local, like, AT&T store or so,
Right.
and they've got a foreign, and you say, excuse me, but are am I speaking to my local AT&T store? No, no, I in New Delhi.
Yeah. I'm in
I
New
don't
Delhi.
know, you're in New Delhi. How can I help you? so, I mean, the interaction, and then when you, like you said, you go through the whole thing. Is, oh, you have the wrong department. I transfer you.
I had to fight, like sit there and beg. I got to I think I made it to the second person, maybe it was the third. And I said, look, I just need to know if you can help me with the credit. I'm not going to give you any information right now. I'm not going into my long story. Can you help me with the credit? No, I need to transfer you. Cool, transfer me. But they proceeded to ask me, well, maybe I can help you. And I'm like, you just told me you couldn't help me. I don't want to talk anymore. And I literally told the guy, I said, I'm saving you a lot of heartache if you just transfer me.
Well,
Needless to say,
maybe your first problem was when they used the word maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Before we go any further, I don't want to really talk maybe. Can I talk to somebody that's going to say, I can help you?
That's all I want to hear. I want to hear, yes, Brandon, I can help you. Here's your credit. You'll see it on your account by tomorrow. That's it.
Yes, yeah, and go along with. Have you ever, for instance, I just had an issue with well, I'll throw it out there. Sirius XM. My wife's car is going to be due to turn in a lease in a month. Okay, so they send me a bill to rejoin that particular account for another 12 months. Well, I call right away, and of course, the bill that they send me was dated 3 days earlier, so I'm going to end up paying something
Right.
proportionally anyway. Well, I call up and I say, wait a minute, I need to cancel that account because I'm getting rid of that car, and when I get another one, I'll call you, reestablish, whatever. Okay, ends up I owe them like $5.78, and about 3 days later, I get an email. Where's your 578 cents? We haven't received it yet. Your bill is overdue. Then a couple days later, I get a voicemail and all that tells me that they don't want to send my account to collections, that they're waiting for my payment. Now, flip the coin. If they owed me a credit, they usually send you a notice that says, please allow 20 to 30 weeks for the credit to be issued. But boy, they want their $5.73 and they want it today.
It's like when you go to the bank, and I've had some issues with the bank. We all have an issue occasionally. And the bank will owe you money back in your account. Like maybe they charged you a fee they shouldn't have, or there was some miscommunication. And they'll tell you, yes, this could take 30 days for it to apply. And I'm like, wait a minute. You took my money, used it for whatever, earned interest off it. Do I get interest off my, $20 that you have? And
Right.
the money's sitting in the bank. All you do is got to click a button and transfer it. But it's going to take 30 days to get my money back.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get
credit
it.
cards do the same thing. Please allow two billing cycles for it to appear on your account. I don't quite understand that. If there's a finance charge on that credit card bill, boy, you better get that finance charge covered within 24 hours, or
Absolutely.
they're sending the squad after you.
They're coming after you hardcore, but they'll take their sweet time helping you out. But it's, the thing is, it's not just, it's customer service kind of everywhere. It's not just on like when you call or you go online, or it's everywhere. I was at a location the other day picking up some groceries. It might have been a couple weeks ago. And I get it. We all have those rough days. We don't want to be there. We don't want to do anything, or stressed out or whatever. But I'm in line at the self-checkout, which is supposed to help you make things faster, by the way. I'm scanning asparagus and a couple other items, okay? All veggies. I'm scanning it. As soon as I scan the asparagus, I enter in, the item code or whatever to weigh it, put it in the bag. An attendant will be with you shortly. I'm sitting there looking around like, what? It's done. And then the attendant's standing right there on her phone. And so I'm like, ma'am, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'll be right with you. She's on her cell phone.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And why do you have to have attendance at a self-check area? That
Every time you scan something, you got to get them. So I might as well just have gone in line.
And have you ever I don't do self-check. I have a problem with it. I'm not that computer literate to do it. But I did it once, and I took the item and I scanned it and I put it, and maybe it wasn't at the grocery store. It might have been at one of the like Home Depot or something. You scan it and you put it in the bag, and it comes up on the screen and it says, "Don't put it in the bag yet." like
Right.
like you're supposed to scan everything first, get the okay. It's kind of like your your navigation system talking to you. It tells you, turn right at the next corner, and you miss it, and yeah, it proceeds to give you a lecture about, make a U-turn at the next corner.
I don't get, well, my thing is too, like, I don't get it. You scan your items and you've got this little tiny space to put your items in,
Yeah,
but then it tells you, please remove from bag. And I'm like, where do you want me to put this? In my cart without a bag? I don't
right.
understand. And then you
Yeah.
got to get the attendant over there who's on the cell phone to come help you. So
Yeah, you take the boxes of cereal or whatever that you scan, and they won't let you put it in the bag, and you put it on the floor, and they say, "Well, don't put it on the floor. Don't put it on the floor. It'll get dirty."
I,
Yeah, like you say, where am I going to put it?
I just hold it. I'll just put it right here in my back. I'll hold it and I'll wait till you're done.
Yeah,
Needless to say, it took me, I mean, it probably took me 20 minutes to get out of there with 4 or 5 items. And
and is
every
it
item was an issue.
and is it me? But if you buy a dozen bottles of soda or something, that you've got to scan each one separately.
Yeah.
Like, does it have a separate UCP number on it or something?
You
And
can't
God,
enter the quantity.
yeah, and boy, God forbid you take that one bottle and scan that one bottle, 12 times. It's like there's somebody behind that screen that says, no, 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 you can't do that. You scan each bottle separately. Like, what is one bottle number one and one's bottle number two? And
I almost got in an argument with a guy. It's not at the grocery store. It just reminded me of it when you're talking about soda. I don't drink a lot of soda, or I call it pop. I'm from Michigan. We call it pop.
hey,
I
I do
don't.
too. I'm sorry. I would have called it pop, and I
Yeah.
figured you'd look at me and say, "Pop, what's that?"
No, I thought I've heard you say it before, so I was like soda. Oh no,
Right,
Texas.
right.
No.
That's right. Yeah, Midwesterners call it pop.
So I'll say it for everyone, pop. So I got. I have a craving though every now and then for a McDonald's pop, specifically McDonald's Coke. It's very different than everybody else's. So I have a craving for it. It's $1. Sometimes I zip through there, I grab one, I satisfy my need. And the guy hands me the cup and he's like, all right, thank you. And I'm like looking around like, God, did he hand me the straw and I drop it? And I was like, hey, can I get a straw? And he's like, no, I put it in your bag. And I'm like, no. And I said, I didn't have a bag. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. So he gave me the straw. This is ridiculous. The straw was open at the bottom. So I was like, eh. But not only that, it looked like not chewed up, but like bent up. And I was like, man, I hate to do this. Can I give you another straw? He's like, you want another one? And he got all angry with me. And I'm like, dude, just hand me the straw. I ended up leaving without a straw and got my own straw at my house.
Right. And then when you open up your bag to have your sandwich or whatever, and your fries, there's about 40 little packets of ketchup at the bottom. And you think you can't give me an extra straw, but you throw in 40 bags of ketchup?
I think that and no napkins. There's no napkins. There's ketchup, no straw, unless they
Right.
chewed up what I had.
Yeah.
It's people get. I don't know what's going on if people are just angry in general, but I'm just like, dude, let's just take it easy. Hand people their straw. Let's be nice.
Or you say, excuse me, could I have some napkins also? And they say, they're in the bag. You go, whoa, okay.
Or when you ask for extra, can I get a couple extra barbecue sauce or a honey mustard or whatever? Well, how many do you want? I just said a couple extra, and they'll be like, well, give me a quantity. I'm like, are we rationing these out right now?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
take
yeah.
a handful and throw them in with the ketchup.
That'll be $1.50 more.
I know. Could you imagine though? So, working in the restaurant industry, could you imagine if I asked somebody if they wanted, when they asked for a side of ranch, if I asked them how many they wanted, they would be so mad.
Yeah. And does anybody make their ranch from scratch anymore? It's all prepackaged and now you're driving and you really want to maybe have a couple of those French fries and you take that little packet of ketchup and you go and then you go
It's squirting everywhere.
hand on the wheel.
I think they give you the packets of French fries because you only get to dip one fry for one packet because there's never enough ketchup in those things.
Yeah. And what if you want to eat your burger before you have the fries? You can't because the fries are on top and half of them have already spilled out all over the rest of the bag. It's,
Or when they put them in upside down, that's my favorite. They're like this, and I go to grab it, and they all just come out.
yeah.
I mean, they get so. You know what? They all need to take a lesson, and since you threw out a name, I'm going to throw out a name. They all need to take a lesson from Chick-fil-A. Those guys are on their game. I think if the country was run by Chick-fil-A, we'd be okay.
Yeah. Their only problem is when you really get hungry for Chick-fil-A
Always on a Sunday.
on Sunday.
It is. You're right. You got to stock up the night before and just reheat it.
Have you ever found yourself on a Sunday, you drive by a Chick-fil-A and you say, "Whoa, there's nobody in the drive-through lane. I'll go now." There's nobody waiting.
But then you're stuck. You're stuck with the guy who won't give you a straw.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked to people that have said that they have been able to get about 2 hours worth of work done sitting in line waiting for their order at Chick-fil-A. Place your order, open up your laptop, and start working because by the time you get through their double lines.
Right. Don't go at noon. Don't go at noon, though. Oh, man. You go at lunchtime or right when they open, forget it. I don't care how good they are. You're going to be waiting a minute.
Or go the night before. Go the night before, just before closing, and save it for the next day.
Yes. Buy 2 sandwiches, and then you'll be good for Sunday.
Yeah. I'm surprised that some of the car makers haven't come up with a mini microwave that you install in the dashboard, so that when you go through and you get your food and you're driving and you want to heat it up, you just put it in this little mini microwave and give it a little zap. With your coffee too, you can heat up your coffee in a microwave. Maybe you're from Detroit. You should go back to the car makers and say, hey, get rid of the glove compartment. Put a microwave in that space.
Yeah, get rid of the center console too. We don't even use that. It just collects junk. We need the microwave though sometimes because if you do one of the other things, if you order food at the drive-thru, sometimes it just comes out cold. Like you're right there and it's cold. The fries are old. The burger's like cardboard.
Well, it's been pre-made and it's been sitting under a heat lamp.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially the fries, because fries how on the commercial when you see them they snap. They're so crisp and all. And when you take it out, it's like
I know, it just goes fast food's not cheap anymore. It's not. So,
no, it isn't.
You can drop $12.
And wouldn't it make sense to say if you want to save 10%, come inside and order instead of using the drive-through? Maybe an incentive for people to come inside.
I don't know if they want people inside these days, to be honest.
Well, now they can't. But if they do have counter service and everything, the people are sitting at the counter service with nothing to do because everybody's sitting in a mile-long drive-through.
They're on their cell phones, not wanting to help you. So.
Yeah. Well, the alternative now is to just call ahead.
Yeah.
And does it well? I think Chick-fil-A does that. They actually, you don't even have to take the food through a window that you drive around and somebody actually comes out and hands it to you.
I'm seeing that at a lot of places. I know McDonald's does it too. I'm seeing that at a lot of places that you don't normally see it. They have a couple designated spots where you can pull up, place your order, and they'll run it out to you, which I think is a cool concept in theory.
Yeah.
I just don't know if the order's going to be right, or I'm going to have to call customer service on them. So.
Right. And what are you going to do when you get home and you open it up and you realize that you had ordered chicken sandwiches or something and you got fish?
Yeah, exactly. You're just going to eat it. You're just going to take it because, or my favorite is I have called before. I've just been frustrated. I've called before and I'll have the manager say, well, you can come back and we'll fix it. And I'm like, I don't want to come back right now. Like, is there some sort of mobile credit that you could send me or whatever?
Don't say credit, because you won't see that for 90 days.
Well, you know what? Next time you come in, my name is so-and-so. I'll give you this. And I'm like, sure you will.
Right. And then you go in and you say, yes, so-and-so told me to come back because I got a bad order last time and that he was going to make good. And he said, oh, so-and-so just transferred over to store number 23. He's not here anymore.
Yeah, so-and-so got transferred or quit because he wouldn't give somebody a straw.
Yeah, okay. Well, is there someone else that I could talk to about that? Oh, no, I cannot help you. I have to transfer you over to the...
I'm in New Delhi right now. I can't.
I can't. I could deliver it for you, but it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'll be there. I don't know. I've gotten something from India that happens a lot faster than they do in the McDonald's line sometimes.
Well, you've also talked about the mail service, which is a subject for another show, and all about.
Let me forget that.
Yeah, about ordering something, and it goes to 12 other cities before it gets a direct line to you.
I think my blood pressure just went up when you said the mail. We
right.
gotta save that for another day. We got to do that one.
Having said that, we don't want your blood pressure to go up, so we'll sign off for this one, and we'll come back and join us again next week for another episode of Trash Talk. Catch you later.
Hey guys.